This is a deck that is coming to us from Thunder Thighs. So we are playing a little bit of Grixis Shadow. It's a little bit different than probably what you're used to, because we have 3 copies of Murktide Region along with the counter spells. So it's kind of like this weird hybrid between Grixis Shadow and Murktide. Worth noting, there are no Ragavans in this deck, and I think that's a pretty good call with the presence of how much Bowmasters there is in the Scam decks and the Yawgmoth decks. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. I mean, it's all these cards make sense to me. It's just putting them together in the same shell. Like, people don't usually play Counterspell with Death Shadow or Death Shadow with Murktide, so interesting to see how this one will go. But I like the list. Looks good. We'll draw a land. It's fine. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. You know, it's so funny. I feel like for the longest time, I was the only person who hated Modern. And now I almost kind of feel like, I almost feel justified, because there's a lot of people that have been talking shit about it recently. And it's nice to know that I'm not the only one, you know? There's a little bit of justification there. I like how they upkeeped it. Oh, they did it because of the bauble, right? Yeah, that makes sense. This game's over. This game feels over. Yeah, but you're an Amulet gamer, you know? Like, the people who... The Modern specialists will always continue to play Modern, because they're very good at the deck they play, you know? But, like, Modern doesn't feel like one of those formats that you just play casually for fun, you know? It feels like at this point the only people who play Modern are streamers who make a living off of it, or grinders, you know? People don't play Modern casually anymore, it feels like. I think I'm gonna bobble them. Evolution on top. Well, that sucks. I don't like that. Because they can only Evo for 3. Okay, I have to kill the Grist. I don't feel great about this game. I guess they could just Evo for another Grist. God, this feels so bad. Cord, Halfling, Wolf, Evo on top. It's also not as content friendly unless you literally burn play points for a living. I mean, yeah, sure, right, because it's very, very hard to brew in. I mean, I guess Spike, like, kind of does. Spike's, like, the only person who is allowed to brew, though. Nobody else can do it, you know? He's the only person. Yeah, Toxic destroys Domain. That matchup is not even close to being close. This matchup seems impossible, but, you know, we'll try it out. We'll see. Kind of feel like Counterspell's not where I want to be against them. It's just really slow. I want to be more proactive. I'm going to cut one Murktide, too. Try that. Murktide not very good against Grist. You want Scolding? Scolding not great against Halfling, but I guess I hope that I can kill the Halfling. What else would you cut, though? Everything else seems good. We can shave on Baubles, I guess. Baubles not great against their Bowmasters. I guess we can try Scoldings. I just hope that we can kill their Halflings. Yeah, it hits Bowmaster, too. I'm just worried about them having Halfling to make their Grist / Yawgmoth uncounterable. Because Scolding does hit Grist in theory, if they don't have Halfling. Yeah, this matchup seems really difficult. This has got to be our worst matchup. I mean, this hand's not bad. Can work with this. Get the Crypt of Blood. Channel, we bauble. I really wish I could see their top card before graveyarding this. So I'm going to bin it. I know it looks a little weird, but I kind of want to try to aggressively flip the Channeler before they play Bowmaster. I mean, I guess that doesn't matter because I have Scolding. But I could also be in an awkward position. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is fine. Draw the ley line, by the way. Alright, go. Maybe they'll main phase Bowmaster. Nice. I would have 100% milled that. If that was on top, I could have milled this, then drawn the Bowmaster. That would have worked out a little bit better, I think. What's up? Can't quite cast that. Almost, though. Almost. Yeah, see, this is awful because I have to counter the Bowmasters, and they're just going to resolve Grist. Right? Yeah, they're just going to resolve Grist now. Maybe they play around a second Scolding. I could have maybe kept the Channeler. Kind of just want to try and find a fetch land for this, though. Need to turn on these Drowns somehow. Okay. It's like step one, kind of. Okay. Maybe they're worried about Bowmaster and they don't want to minus to then lose their Grist. Drawing Wolf works. They just get it back. I drawn the Wolf, they get it back, they sack the Wolf. I guess I get a Surveil this way. I have 4 cards. Like, that lets me cast the Shadow, but the Shadow's not even good because they're going to have a Grist. I think I graveyard that. I don't know what I need. I guess Bowmasters. Get the Thoughties anyways. Legion's End and 2 4-drops I can't ever beat. Okay, I'm going to take that and hope that they just tap out for Shieldred. I can draw on an upkeep. Need a kill spell? I need a lot. I need a lot to win this game. And by a lot, I mean I probably can't win. Yeah, they are casting Shieldred, which is, I guess, good for me. Kill that. And perhaps I wanted to take 2 damage there. Yeah, maybe I wanted to take 2 damage for future Shadows. Also, just to make this one bigger. Yeah, maybe I actually probably should have taken 2 damage. Yeah. I didn't think about that. I could just have a 4/4 in play. Okay. Yeah, I should have taken 2. Gas Leyline. What is this client? I know. The only time I'll play Modern is when people pay me to. Otherwise, I will not play Modern willingly, you know? I kind of feel like you know what? Like, you know how some people go from Moto to Arena and they're like, you know, Moto player transitions to Arena? I kind of feel like I'm now the opposite, where now I feel like Arena player is now playing Moto. You know, it's weird. Yeah, Arena streamer, by the way. Wall of Roots. Yeah, this would have been good like 10 turns ago. Alright, I'm off it. We're dead. I hope I 0-4 so I can not play the last round. I mean, I guess I keep. I love how MTG Goldfish labels decks as generic Ragavan. What are you playing today? Generic Ragavan. It's just like, you know, people are just accustomed to it. Like, hey, you don't know what generic Ragavan is? What are you, new to the format? Are you some pleb? Can I get an 8-0 way opponent cast Ragavan in their generic Ragavan deck? Oh, you're gonna counter this? You poor sweet summer child. Alright, I've been spell pierced. In before they just have subtlety. Wait, why did I get Watery Grave? Need to get Blood Crypt. I mean, I guess I needed double blue for counterspell anyways, but it's fine. Your turn. This is, folks, this is why Ragavan is not playable in this format. I'm just gonna say it. It's the exact same thing as Timeless. Like, you play Ragavan and your opponent casts Bowmasters, and you lose the game. It's the same shit. It's way worse than Timeless. Why is it worse than Timeless? Like, isn't the same amount of people playing Bowmaster in Timeless as opposed to Modern? It kind of feels like that's the case. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I agree, it also is stone cold unplayable in Timeless. I'm gonna draw on that. I want a card in my graveyard for Murktide. Yeah, I guess it doesn't kill Deathrat Shaman, so it's a little bit different in Timeless. But, like, you could also make the argument that it doesn't kill Blighted Halfling, and people play Halfling in Modern, right? I could Bowmaster there, but I kind of just want to cast Murktide. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, 5. I attack. They do have 4 card types, so they could have heat. They just won't have heat though. It's fine. Cannot believe we have reached an age where Monkey was unplayable. What if it was unplayable the whole time? Remember when people were begging for Ragavan to be banned? Literally begging. Ban that card. Okay, you get a Breach. Guess they're gonna Breach, Heat, Bobble. People were putting it in humans. Not a human, by the way. Murktide dead. 07s. Murktide, you have served us well. Yeah, I guess Ragavan kind of got pushed out of the format when Bowmasters was printed, right? And I will agree, before Bowmasters, Ragavan was completely busted. But with the introduction of Bowmasters, it made it a lot more, like, it felt like it was more of a liability, you know what I mean? I should be leaving back the RB token in case they have another Ragavan, but I can always just cast second Bowmasters. I don't think I'm countering that. There's already a land in the graveyard. Do we think their last card's a spell? I mean, I'm just gonna counter this, right? I'll wait till they surveil. Yeah, so we counterspell this, then I can drown the drown the channeler. Okay. Never mind. Alright, Shadow down. Shadow down. Land would be nice. It's not really a land. I guess I still play around them having Ragavan. You think they would top a Ragavan here? There's no way, right? But they could, like, top an EI and then EI into Ragavan. What the fuck happened? Chat, did the stream die there for a second? No, we're good. Chat, are we live? Hello, chatters? Chat, can you hear me? No, we're dead. Well, look, it says it does this all the time. I don't know why it does this. In Chatterino, it says the stream is offline, so I was just making sure that we didn't die. It's kind of weird. I'm like looking at chat and it's saying that I'm offline now. So I don't know. Everything looks good to me. It looked fine. Okay, they went iteration pass. Oh, yeah, maybe it's Chatterino that lost connection. Chat, in order to test if we're live or not, somebody prime sub. That's the real test to see if we're live. There's only one way to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, don't have second heat, please. Spaz gifting a sub to RZU. It looks like we're online. Thanks for the gifted, Spaz. Confirmation, we are officially online. Thank you for the gifted subs, Spaz. Appreciate the support. See, there's only one way to tell, you know? I cast Ragavan. Oh, god damn it. I forgot to Bowmaster again. Alright, whatever, it's fine. I thought to use you. Just die already. Just die already. Alright, go to 2. Are we dead to Breach? Do they have enough cards in their graveyard to kill us with Breach? They have to cast Bolt 3 times. 2... I think they had enough cards, right? 11... Yeah, they did. They could have... Yeah, they had enough cards. Well, they didn't draw Breach, so easy. Okay, I think Leyline is good, because they have Breach and Heat and Channeler. Fluster's not great against Breach. Scolding is whatever. I think I just want the Leylines. I think I will cut a Molten Collapse, trim a Bauble, cut, I don't know, cut a... Oh, no, you have to cut the Drowns when you're bringing in Leyline, right? What am I cubing next? I don't know. How long is the Arena cube up for? Does anybody know? I'm keeping these, because I want to cut these when I'm bringing in Leyline. Yeah, see, the thing is, when you're playing this many 1-drops, you can't bring in Chalice. Chalice is specifically there only for Cascade. I'm not willing to bring in Chalice against anything else. Does Death Shadow have any viable color at the moment? It's a tough question to answer. I mean, Grixis is definitely the go-to, but I'm not even convinced that Grixis Shadow is that good right now. I don't exactly know why it's not good, but I think it's it's definitely a huge dog to Yawgmoth, and that's maybe the biggest reason. It's, like, okay against Rhinos, but it's also not super great against Rhinos. Booble. I'll let them have a Darcy for a turn. Bottom. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, maybe blue-black. Ledger Shredder. It's not necessarily, like, sideboard hate cards specifically. It's more so just the way the decks are being constructed. Like, example, the Yawgmoth deck is very good at putting a bunch of blockers into play. Blockers great against Death Shadow, right? Like, just Young Wolves, and like the fact that Young Wolf bricks 2 combat steps of a Death Shadow is so backbreaking. So, like, you have that problem. You also have... I'm trying to think of what else. Like, I think you're not super favored against Rhinos. Because, like, what ends up happening against the Rhinos matchup is you go super low to, like, you go low with your fetches, shocks, and Thoughtseizes to play Shadow, and then all they have to do is resolve 1 Rhino, bounce your Shadow, and you're all of a sudden just dead. So that matchup is tough. I don't know, just, like, of all the top decks, it doesn't seem like Shadow beats a ton, right? Play Shadow this turn. 14, 11. It's only a 2-2, though. I don't want it to die to Bolt. I'm going to wait a turn. When I have 1 more shock land. I'm going to try to Bowmaster the Channeler. I guess I will Bowmaster before they get to play their land. I may have Scolding, but whatever. Do you keep the fetch for maybe push Magus? I don't think these Breach decks play Magus, do they? I don't think so. Fundamentally, Shadow is a hyper-efficient strategy that thrives when you can 1-for-1 with them threats, 1-for-1 with their threats. Every deck in the format can outgrind your efficiency starting on turn 1. Right, so you have the issue of people being able to outgrind you, but then you also have the issue from the other end where people can out-tempo you because of the free spells. And if you look at these Shadow decks, none of them have free spells, right? So, like, you're getting outgrinded against Yawgmoth and Murktide, but you're also getting out-tempoed by the decks that would normally be buys for you. And I think that's another big issue, too. Right? I'll keep it in the Shadow. I don't think I'm deploying a second Shadow this turn, though, in case they have Hearse. Or not Hearse, Explosives. I want to hold up Counterspell. Right, yeah. It's just like the cards don't line up well against anybody, it feels like. Sure. Resolves. Honestly, if they play a second heat, I might also let that resolve. I mean, like, what else am I fighting over, right? None of their cards matter. Like, I don't care about Breach. Yeah, it's like... I think we have won the game with this card. Feels like the game was over when we started the game. The game was over before it began. Well, I mean, you shouldn't have. Your turn. Oh, you shouldn't have. Leyline is right on time. You should let us have preordained and timeless. What do you think? I'm kind of into it. A 1-1. A 1-1. I channel. I channel and I push. We're going to counterspell this? Sure. They bend a lightning bolt. Attack for 6. They go to 2. I don't think they have any outs. They no longer want to participate. Cool. That was good. As I'm crying inside. A 6-mana 3/2 that draws you an extra card each turn may not even be enough for the format. Yeah, I mean, like, you see, here's the thing, right? This is a very good example of that, Panda. You're allowed to play Lurrus and Timeless, and nobody plays Shadow. Like, you can just play a fully powered Shadow deck with Lurrus and Brainstorm and Deathred Shaman, and nobody plays Shadow. Like, it's not even good in Timeless without the free spells, right? I'm sorry, what? Are we cascading into Will of the Forgotten? I'm beginning to think we're not cascading at all. I guess I select Grief. I don't know. Go. Yeah, Swords to Plowshares, I guess, makes Shadow bad. But, like, you could make the same argument that Modern has Solitude, right? And that's another reason why Shadow is bad. There's just so much of that. Yeah, sure. I guess Swords isn't played that much. And then also, you know, Solitude isn't played as much in Modern as it has been in certain points. Blue-black pitch control. I mean, they've been to Force. They're definitely playing with cards. They're definitely playing with cards. Cards that are legal in the Modern format. What you got over there? This thing bounces. I'm just taking subtlety. I'm not reading these cards. I can't be bothered to read them. So this is 2 mana unsummon, and sure. Cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm. Well, they have Whale online now. Oh, I wonder if they're playing the... No, I was going to say, I wonder if they're playing the Cascade Delirium deck. They could be, I guess. This might be a deck Faden deck, right? With, like, Cascade into Rhinos off of the 2 mana 3/1. Does this bounce anything? Return target non-land permanent. Alright, well, I guess I'm holding up Counterspell. I'm not going to play Murktide into their bounce spells. They did cast Whale that turn, right? So they have Turtle. Yep, Turtle. Turtle Enjoyers, Giga Chad. Yeah, it is the Cascade deck. It's kind of what I thought it was going to be. Oh my god. I thought they were cascading into Rhinos. Alright. I counter. Wait. Opponent, we could talk about this. Opponent, chill out. It doesn't have to be this way. Wait. I still have the bounce spell in hand, which sucks. Oh my god, they can bounce their own Marauder. Well, I guess I have to push main phase. I think I'm... God, this is awkward. I think I'm topping both. And I'm just gonna push now. Again, I have to push now or else they could just bounce their own Bloodbraid. But if they have second Bloodbraid, we're certainly dead. Bloodbraid? Yeah, not the Bloodbraid you think it is. Not that Bloodbraid. I was thinking the other day, maybe I'm capping, but what do you guys think? What do you guys think about playing... Okay, so hear me out, right? In Timeless, you can play Deathrite Shaman, Bloodbraid Elf, Liliana of the Veil. I guess not Liliana, but Bloodbraid Elf, Deathrite Shaman, Tarmogoyf, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt. What if we just played Bloodbraid Elf Jund in Timeless? Thoughts? Prayers? Yay, nay? I might try it out. No Abrupt Decay deck is unplayable. Yeah, sure. I know Liliana's on Arena, but I refuse to put that card in my deck in Timeless. It is, but I'm just not going to play it. Yeah, but what if we played both Toast, you know? What if you played Midskin Boot and Bloodbraid Elf? It's already played. I have not played against anybody casting Bloodbraid Elf in all my Timeless games. Also, I've been wondering, and I don't know what the best way to abuse this is. Is there a way that... I mean, maybe the answer is Crashing Footfalls once we get the new set, but is there anything we can do with... We have Bloodbraid Elf and Geological Appraiser in Timeless. Like, is there some Cascade combo deck? Maybe the answer is just the Geological, like, clone, Carnosaur, Haste Dude. Maybe that's the answer. But I wonder if there's anything else we can do with that, like the full 8-pack of Cascaders. Tybalt's Trickery? Yeah, maybe. I guess, yeah. You can play 1 Trickery, 4 Bloodbraid, 4 Geological Appraiser. Then you could Trickery into, like, Omniscience, Crystal Brand, Atraxa, that kind of shit. Maybe. 1 with the Multiverse. Wasn't impressive against 4-color, but it's not much information. But yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Oh, what Leylands against them, because they're doing Living End stuff. Fatal Push can leave. Collapse can leave. Bowmaster's weird. It's, like, kind of good against them, because they have a bunch of Cyclers, but doesn't kill anything. Just cut 2. Nah, I'll keep 3. I'll cut 1 Murktide. Try this. I don't really want to tap out for Murktide if they're holding up. If they're doing, like, Living End shit. Second Murktide's kind of weird, but I still have to keep. Spider-Man meme? Alright, how do they win through a Leyline of the Void? Let's see if they can. Drown? Oh, I forgot to cut the Drowns. Yeah. Good point. I did forget to cut the Drowns. I mean, I'll keep one of those. I'm not keeping both, though. I don't think I wanted to play the Chalice yet. It's better if they have Grief, I guess. We have, like, a bounce spell for Leyline, right? Brazen Borrower or something. Some sort of bounce spell, Odawara. They bored into Rhinos, did they? Oh, they have no Delirium anyways. What am I saying? Never mind, I'm stupid. We have acquired a target for Bowmasters. Target acquired. Target acquired. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen. Alright, cool. Close games. No red mana. We'll find red. It's fine. We will find red mana. Yeah, if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. I agree. Alright, red mana acquired. Do I want the Bowmasters too? I don't think I do. My hand's kind of clunked up at 2. I got enough 2 mana plays. Burn! People still play Burn in 2024? I guess Legendary Nugget does. Well, now what? Burn is super tricky to navigate. It's like, you have to kind of figure out how many times you want to shock. I really do like playing Burn versus Shadow. It's extremely complicated. Like, what's nice about the Burn versus Shadow matchup is the games don't last super long in terms of total number of turns, but there's so many decisions to be made. Which means I think I'm actually not going to play Channeler here. I think I'm going to wait. It usually comes down to finding Shadow. Shadow is far and away your most important card in this matchup. There's so many decisions to be made. Cut to stream from the Burn player, just playing 8 Qs at once. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so here I think I'm going to shock, because I'm taking 2 damage either way. Alright, Shadow. Mod check Shadow. Do I have a basic Swamp in this deck? Let me check. I think I do. Yeah, we do have a basic Swamp. So I can EI and try to spike Shadow, which I think is... yeah, I think that's higher upside than just playing Channeler, because I think Channeler is very likely not going to do anything. Okay, well, this is unfortunate. Alright, I guess we're going to 8. I didn't find Shadow, though. Well, we're dead this game, but we tried. We could have sequenced that differently. Could have Thoughtseize that turn, just not played the Channeler. Yeah, I mean, I knew they had that. That's why I didn't want to play the Channeler in the first place. Alright. I'm not even gonna... I'm going to assume that they have 1 Burn spell in their 3-card hand. Okay, Fluster coming in. Not Stern Scolding. Maybe Stern Scolding. Fluster coming in. Bomi. Bomi out. I guess we'll play Scolding. It's better than Bomi. Bomi just does nothing. Nothing at all against them. I will play first. Sure, I guess. I think this hand's fine. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. Channeler. El Goblino. Opponent cast El Goblino. We are in trouble. We do that. I guess we do it to ourselves. Attack. So fetch land on top, which I don't want to draw. I accidentally hit OK. I meant to do this pre-combat, but hopefully I don't get punished. Kind of got punished. Could have dealt 2 more damage, but yeah, -2. No big deal. I misclicked. I meant to do it before combat. I just hit OK too many times. Watch me lose this game by 2 life. Okay, Channeler down. The 13. We gotta find a Shadow. Any shadows? Ask and you shall receive. 11, make it 2/2. They have 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I am gonna play it. Hold the Fluster. Fluster / Drown. Because if they lead on a removal spell, we can just counter that. Searing Blood. Okay, I'm gonna be mana efficient and just do this. Maybe mana efficiency doesn't matter here. Yeah, this is a swamp. I know, it doesn't look like a swamp. Contrary to popular belief, it is in fact a swamp. Okay, now we're chilling. We're at 9, we have 2 counter spells and a Fatal Push in hand. Feeling good about this one. I push. I will push. Post-combat. And untap. Or 12. Is there any reason to fetch here? I don't think I want to shock. 8. No, there's no reason to fetch, because I can just fetch shock next turn. Right, because they go to 8 here, they have to take at least 1 damage, go to 7, and then this is 4 plus 3 is 7. I'm just going to counter everything. I think I'm countering everything. I think it's worth it. Wait, that's a swamp? I untap. Okay. So now we have double counterspell. There's nothing they can have at this point, right? Yeah, there's literally nothing they can have. Alright, 7. The game has ended. Bad effect, though. Game 3. They lost when they couldn't cast multiple spells in one turn. Yeah, in order for them to win that matchup, they have to, once you get a shadow in play, of course. Now, obviously, if you don't find a shadow, or if it takes you, a little bit too long to get a shadow in play, then things are a little bit different. But once you have a shadow in play, they really do have to be casting multiple spells in order to, put you under the gun. I don't know. I mean, I know this hand doesn't have a blue source, but it's really high upside. 16 going to 14. I don't know if I should let them have the bolt or the guide. I should have taken the bolt, actually, right? Yeah, if I take the bolt, they hit me with both guides down to 10, then I play a 3-3. I mean, I guess it's still a 3-3, which would die to another top deck burn spell. They're just main phasing bolt? Oh, because they have skewer, okay. So their last 2 cards are Canyon Foothills. Alright, I'll play a 7-7. Your turn. That's all I got. Is that good enough is the question. Feeling like probably not. Yeah, it's a swamp. Huh. Well, I guess we just have to hope they don't draw a burn spell. They probably just chump block anyways. So we have to fade 2 draw steps. 3, actually, the Canyon. Not likely. Not likely. That is an island, not a swamp. So I'll keep. Island confirmed. So what you're saying is I gotta say it 3 more times during this match, right? That's what you're saying. Can't guess that. Crashing Footfalls, Lorien Revealed, Murktide Regent. I'll take Murktide. Any plans to test Standard for the RSQ season? Helldozer, where have you been all month? I've played nothing but Standard all month, basically. Essentially, all of my content this month has been Standard. It's 16. I don't want that. Also, kind of don't want that. Have that shadow back. Every time you have to tap a land, you have to say Prime Sub. Is that the new bit? Every single time you tap a land for mana, you have to say, "Don't forget to Prime Sub." Don't forget to Prime Sub. It's the new bit. Bottom. Bottom. Go. That's a good draw. I can't really preordain here. I have to hold up the drown in case they draw Shardless. Surely they'll just go for it, right? It's a lot of preordains. It's a lot of preordains. Oh, we can't trip it, alright. We can't trip in. Okay. I think I can't really afford to deploy the Shadow this turn. I have to wait. I want to hold up Drown. Rhinos should be on 2. Okay, Rhinos goes to 1. Oop. Please don't subtlety me. Please no subtlety. Please no subtlety. Yeah, it's Sam. Sam's actually local to me. Sam goes to a lot of the same RCQs that I go to. I've known Sam for a while. Well, thankfully they had to fetch before they did this. Unless they also drew Force. They could have Force. Look, one Modern Dono deck a week is not too bad. Song is in bottom left. It did have Force. Song is called Let It Be by a Black Mill. Unfortunately, I think I have to bottom this. Wait, do I? So next turn I'm going to go Collapse, push their Rhinos, play Shadow. They'll have 2 spells in the graveyard. And then I can make a 5/5. Yeah, I'll top it. I'll top it. I think it's worth keeping there. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I just play exactly one Modern League a week. It's to meet my quota, you know, honestly. But I like my contractual obligation only permits me to play 1 a week. I don't have to play more, which is good. Yeah, the Banned Toxic deck is nice. I can't Thoughtseize, Collapse, Push, because I have Basic Island, which means I guess I also can't Collapse, Push Rhino, or Collapse, Push Shadow. Theoretically, if I Shadow, then... Oh, God, this is so bad. 7. I think we just kind of have to assume that their cards aren't real. And do this. Skill issue. Alright, skill issue. Chalice coming in, E coming in. Leyline bad. Path bad. Oh, Path is actually not bad. Barber's mid. Fluster good. Bowmaster's not great against Rhinos. 3 cuts. I don't love Fatal Push against them. I guess Collapse is worse. This song is really good. Like, really, really good. Grixis Shadow and Timeless inspired by this list is pretty good. I have not found the same success. I played a little bit of Shadow and Timeless, and when I played it, it didn't feel very good. What's my favorite format right now? Honestly, Standard. I think Standard is pretty clearly the best format right now. I really enjoy all the games. I think there's a lot of different decks. The gameplay is good. It feels like almost every archetype is represented. And there's a lot of different flexibility between the mid-range decks. Like you can go like lower to the ground mid-range with the black-red decks. You can go bigger mid-range with Golgari. You can go deep like right in the middle with Esper. So there's even archetypes within the archetypes. It just feels so well balanced. I think it's good. Yeah, the format with the smallest card pool has the widest variety. It is very strange when you say it like that, but you know, I really believe that. And, you know, after from all the Standard that I've played over, you know, the past month or so, it feels really, really good. People like to complain about Domain, but first of all, Domain is not. It's not like, you know, we're not talking like Rakdos Scam pre-ban numbers where it's half of every top 32. Like, people play it, but it's not nearly as played as people are giving it credit for. And it's also not that hard to exploit it, you know? Like, if you can just go very easily go under it. It's a pretty easy deck to beat if you're trying to beat it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pass here. For those wondering at home, the land in my hand is a swamp, not an island. Used to be a Rhino enjoyer. I don't get it. I don't know if I understand what you're saying. You know what's awkward about this? I need to get a red source if I want to cast Iteration, but then I don't have another blue source. I honestly kind of wish this was an island. No cap. This is hella awkward, isn't it? I mean, yes and no. Yeah, it's an island in paper. It's okay, they just won't counter this. Those are 3 pretty good cards. That's honestly about as good as it could have gone, right? I'm going to hold on to the explosives. Chill! Yeah, man. Flusterstorm, Drown, Explosives, Chalice against the Rhinos deck. Literal Rhino extinction. Rhinos, get out of here. I don't want to see him anymore. Get out of my house. That's fine. We get more blue. I missed Steam Vents at least 3 times this stream. Yeah, it's so weird. The Thunder Thighs messaged me before I was going to play this deck. And he's like, yo, I got the Steam Vents for Blood Crypts, playing no Steam Vents. And I was like, you sure you want to do that? But, yeah, I also kind of wish we had a Steam Vents at some point. I've definitely felt that, too. Endurance main phase. No thanks. I think I will not let that resolve. I think I should preordain first to try and find a Thoughtseize. Guess that also works. Jose, what do you think about the Path Apparel? I have so many things that I'm bottoming Path Apparel. I'm just bottoming Path Apparel, you know? I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm good. Alright, your turn. Why is your sideboard 15 Rhinos 8 cards? I mean, half of them are main deck. I did board in 8 cards, though. You know. I did literally board in 8 cards. You do what you gotta do, man. A lot of Rhinos players. I'm trying to think of what the best... Yeah, you know, like I could do whatever I want at this point. I'm trying to think of which one. I think Fluster is probably better this turn, because Drown counters creatures. It also kills creatures. Same targets. So, like, you know, Fluster can't fight over subtlety, but this can. That's, I think, the deciding point for me. I don't know, it's close. Fire ass. Just a little 7-piece. Just a little 7-piece. Should I had that on my turn. Go to 5. All right, I'm at 5. I'll go to 5. We'll go to 5. I'm gonna tap my Murktide. I don't think I'm countering the ice. I think I'm gonna let that happen. I mean, I could put them to 1. What's the downside of countering this? Downside is I don't even know what the downside is, right? I guess maybe downside is they have second ice. I guess I'll counter it. I don't know if that's right, but I'll counter it. It just sucks because this isn't lethal. It only puts them to 1. Can pay for dispute if they have that. Oh, they have Dismember Dead Gone. I guess that's the downside. Touche. Touche. Alright, Dead Murktide. Well, no longer Dead Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, go. 8, 8, and a 5, 5. Your turn. Skill player. I know. Well, if they didn't do that, they would have died to the Murktide, funny enough. Yeah, it would have been lethal. Skill issue. What do you got? Rhinos? Flame of Anor. Alright, so we just E for 3. Blue, black, red. Done. Easy. Chat, last game. Last opportunity to get those Prime subs in. Folks, if you have an Amazon Prime sub that you've been desperately waiting, holding on to for the entire stream, now is the perfect opportunity to use that Prime sub. Oh, Jose, I don't think I showed you these. I don't think you were here when I was showing these off. I mean, the green screen is kind of messing with them. Some Starlights, quarter centuries. You know, these were only $5 each. They're so cheap right now. Tinky Winky, thank you for the 2-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you for that sub. That sweet, sweet Prime. Thank you for using the Prime. Watery Island. I think this hand is really, really weird. Yeah, Armor Master is the only one I haven't bought yet because they were out of stock. I bought them from Cool Stuff, and Cool Stuff didn't have any. Chat, should I keep this hand? Is, like, Chalice Fluster good enough against them? It just has nothing else is the problem. This hand is so close. I'm gonna keep it. I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna keep it. What are your thoughts on Murder at Karlov Manor? I think it's decent. There's some cards. I have a YouTube video if you want to check it out, iPeanuts. I uploaded a YouTube video. I think it was this past... I uploaded a YouTube video this past Wednesday, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday is when it went up. So check that out. But I went over, like, top 10 cards from the set for me, as well as a couple of honorable mentions. But I think there's some heaters in this set. I think it's going to shape it up. Weird one. Keep for the content. I don't think the hand's that bad, you know. They're also notably splashing whites. They probably have Binding or Teferi. Or that. I mean, I'm going to fight over this. Nice force. Okay, we can channel. Channel pass. Fine. Fine, it's dead. Fine, 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 fine. They have another suspend. Another suspend. Suspend. Believe it or not, Septimus, this is the last deck. I think this is the fastest Dono deck Thursday we've ever had. We flew through it today. Dismember my channeler. That is aggressive. I accept. You know what I'm just thinking? Ooh, maybe I should have Fatal Pushed my own channeler so I could Murktide this turn. I didn't think about that. I mean, I have to take Murktide, right? I don't have a choice. I have to take Murktide and hope that they just jam the Shardless. I'm also... I might cast Fatal Push, maybe. We'll see what they do. Yeah, I kind of expected him to not cast it. So, I guess in that case, we don't cast the Fatal Push. We path here, and then next turn we can Murktide plus Fatal Push. Right? You think it was push then Murk? Push then Murk. Maybe the Murktide like incentivized them to cast the second Footfalls? Is that what you're thinking? Maybe. But I mean, I could just push Murk now, right? Make a 8-8 or 7-7 rather. Like I'm just gonna do that now, anyways. Riskier. Yeah, I guess it gives them one more draw step. I guess what you're saying is you'd rather Murktide them when you know they have with less information, or when they have less cards, access to less cards. I can't speak today. It's okay. They just won't be able to out the Murktide. They don't have Deep Prison. Polluted Delta. I attack. We can go Fetch Shock, Shadow Channeler, hold up Counterspell. Tidebinder. Do I care? So the only card they can possibly draw here is Otawara, because I've literally everything else covered. I would like to deploy this Shadow. I think I might just let this go, though. And then I have 2 types. Yeah, I think I let it go. They just won't draw Otawara, it's fine. Go. They will simply not draw Otawara. No. No, stop. Stop. All right, 3 and 2, not too bad, not too bad. What did we lose to? We lost to Burn, and we lost to... What was the other deck we lost to? Oh, Yawgmoth, yeah. We got shit on by Burn, shit on by Yawgmoth, but the other 3 are pretty decent. I don't know, this deck felt okay. Was there anything I didn't like? The Collapse was kind of mid. Maybe that could just be 4th Fatal Push. I'm not a huge fan of this many Drowns, too. I think maybe 2 is the right number. I could see playing like a single copy of Lightning Bolt as a Miser sounds kind of cool. I could see the first Bolt being okay. But yeah, deck was nice. I liked it. Thanks again, Thunderthighs, for submitting the donation deck. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought in the comments section down below. Everybody say, bye, YouTube! Alright, let's pay out the Gemba. Easy dubs. Easy dubs. Alright, chat. I'm going to open this Uno singular treasure chest.